The idea is, I think there may be, to an extent, a companion that can remote play your PS5 games to this device. And it can also, from there, since it's basically meant for streaming, it can also leverage PS Now. What's going on, everybody? Just got this new webcam, bro. I like how wide it is, bro. This shit is lit. But anyways, we got some things to talk about, so let's get right into the topics at hand. So to start things off, we got word today that PlayStation will not be participating in E3 2020. To me, this is no surprise. I knew this was happening because whenever they made the statement, I guess it was last year when they first stepped out, they essentially said for the foreseeable future, we won't be attending these things, right? So it's funny that they still had to tell us, but nonetheless, they told us. Looking at this article from GameIndustry.biz. So actually, GamesIndustry.biz is the direct people who received this information, and then from there, it kind of spread across the internet. So they said the firm told GameIndustry.biz that it does not feel the vision for the event is right for what it has planned for this year. Instead, it will attend hundreds of consumer events to showcase upcoming games for PS4 and PS5. After thorough evaluation, SIE has decided not to participate in E3 2020, said a Sony Interactive Entertainment spokesperson. We have great respect for the ESA as an organization, but we do not feel the vision of E3 2020 is the right venue for what we are focused on this year. We will build upon our global event strategy in 2020 by participating in hundreds of consumer events across the globe. Our focus is on making sure fans feel part of the PlayStation family and have access to play their favorite content. We have a fantastic lineup of coming titles coming to PlayStation 4, and with the upcoming launch of PlayStation 5, we are truly looking forward to a year of celebration with our fans. So I read something like Sony, EA, because I think EA stepped out as well. They had vision. They want E3 to be more consumer centered versus industry centered, but the thing is, E3 last year they made that change to allow more consumers versus industry people, but they still decided to step out. And honestly, it's funny. So ESA, as I mentioned in that post, felt the need to make their own statement. ESA essentially runs E3, and it literally say ESA statement on Sony E3 2020 announcement. It's just interesting because they didn't do this last year, so what is pushing them to do that this year? Regardless, I say E3 is a signature event celebrating the video game industry and showcasing the people, brands, and innovations redefining entertainment loved by billions of people around the world. E3 2020 will be an exciting, high-energy show featuring new experiences, partners, exhibitor spaces, activations, what are you talking about? And programming that will entertain new and veteran attendees alike. Exhibitor interest in our new activations is gaining the attention of brands that view E3 as a key opportunity to connect with video game fans worldwide. So it's like Sony and EA wanted to be more consumer centric. They're leaving. The reason why I feel like they made this post is because whenever Sony steps out, the internet breaks down. E3's trash. Sony's not there. I don't need to watch it. So, but it brings me to question, is E3 dying? What do you guys think, right? This statement is kind of them trying to say E3 is not dying, but this could be more for, people coming, sponsoring, the politics behind this whole thing. This statement could be kind of their backup, like, hey guys, just because they're not here doesn't mean shit. That's what they're trying to tell us. What do you guys think? So the next topic to talk about is PlayStation Experience 2020. While we have no official word that there is not going to be a PlayStation Experience 2020, I am telling you right now, I'm highly confident that there will not be one this year. And there's a couple reasons for that. Firstly, in their statement about not coming to E3 2020, why did they not say something like that? Look forward to other events this year. All they said was we are going to be coming to, hundreds of consumer events this year. Even if they don't tell us outrightly that PlayStation Experience will be coming, they could have hinted in some capacity. But consumer events is not your event, right? Or wait. Is it? And then on the flip side, we talk about PlayStation 5's announcement, right? Holiday 2020. That's around when PlayStation Experience is to begin with. And launching a new product is no easy task, right? When we talk about marketing and what they're probably planning, plus all the other things in the back end, bro, there is a lot to be done. And can you imagine trying to launch an event, launch a console while trying to support the whole PlayStation experience, while trying to do all these other things? You know what I mean? So from that point of view, I don't think it makes sense for them to even do it. It's like you need to space these things out, right? And so that kind of gets into this whole idea of when will the PS5 be talked about? When is it going to be revealed? You know, what's going on there? CES 2019 came and went, and if you follow me on Twitter, I don't know why you're not. At one point, I was like, I think CES is going to happen. I started throwing out these speculations. And then CES happened, and I didn't even know that it was happening. And I'm like, wait a second. I didn't know it was this early. Hell no. I completely switched. I'm like, wait, there's no way. So I think it was after the fact it happened. I was like, well, wait, I didn't even know it was happening. There was no way it was going to happen this early. It was too early, and it was too a bit off brand. Yes, they talked about PS5. Yes, they showed, I think, a slide or two on PS5 specs, but that is literally all they should have done. This is CES. They revealed a car. It's more about, you can't double down on gaming. You're going to lose people's interest if they really want their whole brand as a whole, Sony, to flourish in this event. They need to talk about more than just a PlayStation, just a gaming console, right? So it didn't really make sense for them to go too in depth at CES. And then we have this thing going on. Sony Experience PlayStation event begins tomorrow. This is the 14th that I'm recording this and that this article was released. Fuels rumors for PS5 reveal. Again, y'all gotta relax with this. It's still too early, but we're getting close. So a number of rumors have been making their way to Twitter in the last few days, hinting towards Sony's upcoming reveal. Albeit, I think that's how you say that, many users were dropping leaks regarding the same due to the lack of credibility and enough information back their claims. We took them with a grain of salt. However, it seems like Sony might be gearing up for something. So essentially, there's this event listed on Sony's website, and if we navigate over to their website, we can see it's called Sony Square NYC, igniting creativity and curiosity through extraordinary experiences. Listen, guys, this is similar to the whole CES situation. Now, this one is interesting because this thing is going on for some time. Whether this website says it or the other one, hold on a second. The event will run from January 14th to February 16th. This is a literally month-long event. Do you really think they're going to give us granular PlayStation 5 news in a week-long event that's happening in person? You really think they're going to just, find some point to just squeeze in some monumental information on PS5? Come on, guys. They need to flesh this out. We've seen this already in the beginning where the first details we got was through a Wired post article, and through that was like their first revealing of PS5, and they made sure that they gave us a few details in with that. And again, this is literally Sony. This is Sony's website that we're getting all this information from. We can see they're gonna have things about Jumanji, some TVs. What is all this? Try 360 reality audio, come on, guys. Do you really think PS5 is meant for this? No, bro, this is for the brand as a whole. I think no. So essentially what happened last year, or should I say not last year, with PS4's release was it got revealed at PlayStation Meeting 2013. This was essentially their own event, and it was kind of for investors or something like that. It was more of industry people, not consumers, where they fully revealed the PlayStation 4 with like more features and things like that. That was in February, and I think around the February time this meeting will happen. Rumors are out about when that's going to be coming as well, and I think that is where we will finally get what I was theorizing was going to be shown at CES, and that was they come on stage, give us some metrics, some differences between PS4, PS5, maybe some screenshots, a little bit of gameplay footage of what they can be doing with it, right? That'll be the first time we really see feed or full stuff about it, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see the system. Did we see it at for the PS4 one? Let me see. I think they showed games. They showed the PlayStation 4 controller. They showed the camera. Maybe they didn't even show the console. It would be in this post, honestly. It would be in this post. Jack Tretton was a president and CEO? What in the God's name, bro? This is crazy. And then after the fact, hundreds of consumer events, gradually, state of plays, gradually they're going to then be revealing features, games, things like that until we get to that holiday 2020. That's what I think. And so the last topic for this video that I want to talk about is this idea of portable PS5. So it's been quite a few months since I've, officially returned to this topic, because my one video, a month ago, about portable gaming, I did talk about Sony. Nobody watched it. This time we're fully coming back to this whole portable PS5, because I talked about it in that video, but we got to return to this. Unlike that video, I'm not reiterating and going through a freaking story. The idea is, I think there may be, to an extent, a companion that can remote play your PS5 games to this device, and it can also, from there, since it's basically meant for streaming, it can also leverage PS Now. So from there, you're getting an almost full library of PlayStation games in the palm of your hands, plus being able to play your brand new PS5 games. It literally is a gold mine waiting to happen. Okay? And I'm not even afraid to say, if it doesn't come on launch, I swear to God, it's going to come at some point. They need to proprietize that. Stop putting it on PC. Give us a dedicated handheld device for that. And the reason why I got this article posted up is, I use this in another video, but just to talk about and showcase that they are serious about streaming and a couple other features, right? So in this gamingindustry.biz article, how this article actually stemmed, I finally read through the whole thing. GameIndustry.biz, seems like Sony keeps an eye on them. They kind of made an article about kind of not bad mouthing Sony, but saying like, why are y'all so quiet? We know so much about Microsoft. You guys are scaring us. Jim Ryan was like, hold on, nigga. Like, shut up, nigga. Like, we have a reason for this, but let me just explain. And so throughout this article, not that he's bragging, but he's finally giving us info. And so the guy talks about streaming. He brings up Stadia, how they're gonna, combat that. So then he goes like this, and then they're streaming. Microsoft Project xCloud, Google Stadia may be grabbing all the headlines, but PlayStation Now is currently the most popular streaming service. It's one of those things where it's shadow. People thought the thing died. Secondly, people thought nobody cared. Thirdly, I don't know. I just think it's pretty wild. Sony hasn't heavily promoted the concept since it went live 5 years ago, but that changed last month with the price cut. I remember that. That was crazy. And then he says that the results have been a 50% increase in subscribers to 1 million customers in just 30 days. Throughout this article, he also talks about remote play and how it's powerful, and he wants to be able to have the adoption rate from PS4 to PS5 be the highest ever. So it just gets me thinking, there are so many things to be done, and there's so many capabilities that are possible to be had, and one of those things is this whole idea of a portable device and backwards compatibility. It's almost guaranteed at the very least PS4. So when you talk about that, you can play your PS4, PS Now, oh my goodness, everything on this device. And from there, you can now market that in the Japan markets where handhelds thrive. And it's just a long-term play. Whenever streaming becomes normalized, the same way digital downloads became normalized this generation, it's gonna be a gold. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed. And yeah, subscribe for more of this type of content. We got some things to be covering this year. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, for this third time, I will see you all in the next video. Peace. I'm lost down when these people try to test. If you in my way, I'ma have to put you to rest. Yeah, I know it might sound complex. Everyone around me always wanna be the best.